Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how to play Sage. She is a free character, so that means you get them when you start playing the game. First time you ever boot it up, she's going to be one of the characters you have access to. So naturally people are going to try her, at least once, just testing out the characters, and I'm here to show you how she works, what she does. Firstly, I'm going to have to hurt myself, because her first ability, her circle/B if you're on Xbox, is healing. It's a little orb where you toss it up, right? You hit your button. If you hit R2, it'll heal your allies who are injured. If you hit L2, it'll heal yourself. That little circle down there at the bottom with the healing, when that is finished, the healing's over with. It'll heal you for 30 in total. Same with your teammates, 30 in total. It's a nice thing. You can use it when you're on the move, right? You pop it out real quick. You run. By the time you get to where you want to be, you're nice healed up, right? It does have a 30-second cooldown once the healing's over with. 30-second cooldown, right? You start each round off with it, completely free. You don't need to buy it. It's nice little bits of health here. Just very simple to help your teammate out, help yourself out. It's health, right? Next up is our L1. If you throw this at a wall or a roof, it's going to bounce off of that until it hits the ground. When it hits a ground surface, you see it's going to expand like that. I throw it here, it's going to expand out this way. Whoever is on that, and I mean whoever is on that, is slow. Slow, right? You see the difference. If they are crouch walking, you'll notice you're not going to hear anything. They're still slowed, yeah, but you won't hear anything. If they're walking, you hear that little noise? That's the noise you're going to hear if people are walking on it. So if there's somebody in a corner, right, you throw it in there, and they try to get out, maybe you have somebody throw a grenade in there afterwards and they don't want to take the damage, you're going to hear them walking out of that. You're definitely going to be able to hear them. You're probably going to be able to see them. I know, right? You're thinking, well, I'm going to be able to see them if they walk out. That's true. But keep in mind that on top of hearing them, they're slowed. They're slowed, which makes them a much easier shot. Much easier shot. Even if they mess up and they make a little bit of noise in here, people already know they're in there. Then you can throw a grenade in there. You can expect them to come out. You can swing because they're slowed, so they can't move as much when trying to dodge your shots and trying to pull out their gun if they have their melee out to get out of there. There's a few abilities like Sova's ult. If you really want to do that to the poor person, you could use that in there. Just all in all, nice thing. Helps slow down the enemies, like down a corridor here. Toss it down. Slows them down a bit. If Spike's over this way, they need to come down there, and if not, they wait it out. You get two if you buy two. You can throw another one and really waste their time. Next up though is our wall. You hit R1, that little blue thing you're seeing there is where that wall is going to be shown up. Nice simple wall, right? If you hit R1 and you hit R1 again, it's going to rotate the wall. As many times as you hit it, it'll go from this direction to this direction, right? You can do it like that. You can also hold L2, right? When you hold L2 with your wall up like this, whatever direction you're moving with your joystick, you move right, it'll rotate to the right. You move left, it'll rotate to the left. It gives you a bit more of a... It's not a straight line, right? You get to kind of control where it goes much more, right? So if we're trying to block off both of these areas, you can do it with a straight line here, but personally I'd do it like this. Just things that help you rotate it to maybe even screw with your opponents more, really. Like if there's a guy in, let's say there's a guy in the corner here and you have a raise. Okay. There's a guy sitting over here by that little flower pot. If you throw up your wall here, if I can line it up, right? Here, let me pop up here real quick. He's stuck in here. So if you have a raise who throws a grenade or two in there, what's he gonna do? Yes, the wall can be destroyed, but watch. Like that's... I'll pull out the other, right? By the time that's done with, The judge is the quickest, I'm pretty sure. That's the quickest way for him to get through. Even by the time that's over with, though, those grenades they've killed him. He's dead. He's a dead person. So if you know that there's somebody in the corner, you can definitely mess with them if you have some teammates who can back you up on that. Other than that, it's nice to just, you plan over this way, enemies need to come down here, throw the wall up, throw it up. Keep in mind, if they're quick enough and they have enough people shooting it, when it first starts, it's weaker. You see the cracks in it. It's 2 shots there instead of 4. There's no cracks in this one because it's been long enough, but when it first starts out, cracks in all of them, and then over time, it gets to its full health. So, keep in mind that there is a time limit on it, but do keep in mind that it doesn't have max HP starting out. They can destroy it quicker when you first start using it than when you not. It's always a good thing to buy, especially if you're planting spike. Even if you're not planting, it's always a good thing to buy, because if you're on defense and you hear 5 people coming up here, you can wall. And yeah, they might destroy it, but that gives you enough time to move around and get to a position, because they basically have to come through here, right? You know they have to come through here. They don't know if you're here. They don't know if you're here. They don't know if you're sitting right here and waiting for them. I don't know what am I getting stuck on there? A little bottle? They don't know if you're right here and waiting for them to destroy the wall. You might just be right here and boom, the second that wall gets destroyed, you get an easy shot off. If you're on top of it though, this little blue thing, if you're on top, that wall will raise you up. If an enemy's on top, it's gonna raise them up. You can. This has some more uses than what you might think, because it gives you an advantage to get a little bit higher. Don't make that jump apparently. Maybe if I come up here. Ah, no. That's not gonna be enough. Need just a little bit more height. Here. Right? Beautiful. Now I can get up here. It helps you and your teammates get to higher elevation, and especially for if you're sniping or picking off easy shots. They have armor on, so it's not a one-shot. It gives you a much better, what the hell are you doing out there? Gives you a much better point of view. Jet will do the same thing with her ability, but, and Sage is somebody who can get her whole team up. And once you get up, oh, can I not do it up here? I might not be able to. It's finicky. There's some spots here, right? Once you get up, you can get higher up. I don't think it's gonna let me do it on here. I wonder if I can. Oh, stay with me for a second here. Stay with me for a second. Can I? Ooh. Oh. Okay. Let me have. Come on, the outline's there. The outline's there. Let me do. Maybe if I go here. Alright, so I can get on this roof naturally. Can I go up? Dang. They won't let me. They won't let me have any fun with it. There's a lot of positions and maps that are like, if you want to look it up at all, you'll see places that people have gotten to that they definitely should not have gotten to. And it's nice because it gives you a little advantage. Oh, guess you can't get on that. Because like with Sage, you're not naturally gonna be able to get up here. Like, yeah, you can do it with different characters, but she also is able to help her teammates get up there. So let's say you have somebody like, I don't know, ISO, who has an ISO, especially with his shield and snipers. Oh my gosh, is it crazy? Because he has such, like, up here, right? For example, let me get back up here real quick. Let me. Oh, guess that went through the wall more than what I wanted to. Okay, so. Oh, there's nobody here this time. Where's the robot? Hello? What, are they all on one side? Are you serious? Okay, yeah, they're all there. So, when these people swing the corner here, pretend that they're swinging a corner. They are not going to necessarily expect, some of them might expect it, but most people are not going to expect to have to look way up here. And even if they do, their crosshair placement is going to be messed up, because normally ground level is down here, and that's where they're looking, that's where their crosshairs are. So if people are there, they just click on the head and it's an easy kill. they do not expect to have to look up here. And in between the time that they're moving their crosshair up here and getting ready to line up the shot on you and trying to hit you, especially with ISO, or if you have a sniper at all, you're getting a free shot off. Like, even if you're, right, they swing the corner, they look up, you get a shot off, you fall, yeah, you might take some fall damage if you fall that far like an idiot like I am, which Sage can just heal, luckily. Great thing there. But you've gotten a kill or a lot of damage, because Marshall does 101 to the body, Outlaw does 140, Operator's a one-shot, Outlaw you can even get off too quick, right? Outlaw's pretty accurate with in between the two shots there. Oh, was that straight? Are you serious? Huh. So if you don't move your crosshair at all, it don't even matter. If you don't move that crosshair, it's in the same spot. Is that like that all the way out there? Little. Huh. It is. Yeah, so if you're spamming the Outlaw, don't move the crosshair. Interesting. Anyway, Outlaw, you get 2 quick shots off, they're gonna die. Even if you get 1 shot off and fall, that's 140 damage. They're 10 HP now. And you've taken a little bit of fall damage that your Sage is gonna heal. Her wall is very useful for not only stopping the enemies, right, nice, simple, easy, but getting your team to a higher elevation, and if you know how to use it properly, messing with the enemy team a lot. Last up is her ultimate. It just resurrects a dead person. If a teammate dies, you use your L1 and R1, you go over to them, you hit R2, they get brought back to life. There is an animation, so protect the person. Don't just resurrect them and leave them, because by the time that the animation's over, they're gonna die. You need to protect the person who you're resurrecting. I can't show that in the firing range, obviously, because there's no teammates who are dead for me to revive. But it's pretty easy to understand. You know, use it for that person who's just top of the leaderboard. Use it on anybody but yourself, because you can't use it on yourself. It's not a self-res like Clove, or kind of like how Phoenix's work. It resurrects your teammates. So, you know, kind of use it on whoever might be doing the best on the leaderboard, really. Whoever's doing the most in the matches, use it on. Really, the only thing you got to worry about is the right timing to do it, because obviously, if it's 1v5 and it's not match point, probably better to save your ult. Right? A 2v5 is not that much more beneficial than a 1v5 unless they're all low, maybe. Timing is the most important part of this character. Knowing when to heal, knowing when to beat. Never go up first as Sage. For as much as I'm going to talk about timing and knowing when to heal your teammates and when to kind of stick by them, because sometimes it's not always good to stick by them, right? Sometimes you have duelists who are just going to charge in there. You don't want to be right behind them, because then you might get shot and the duelist is just all of a sudden in there alone and they don't have any heals, right? Instead, if you sit behind a wall for a little bit, the duelist gets in, gets out, they got a kill, you heal them up real quick, you go somewhere else. You can do a lot with that. Timing is important on her, but never go first. Ever. Because if you die first, you cannot set up a wall. So even if you're not attacking, you can set up a wall and then go somewhere else and make them think that you're trying to come from a different angle when you can go to a completely different site. If you're on defense, you can use it to completely slow them down. Right, her L1, you're not going to be able to slow people down with. You're not going to be able to heal. You're not going to be able to resurrect. If you go up first and you die first, you have wasted all of your utility. She is not a frontline character. Don't try and use her to be a frontline character, please. She is a team-based character, so use her like one. Stick by your team, help your team. She's supportive, support role, not, you know, not a what do they call her here? What's her It's not gonna tell me her position here, is it? No, it's not. Alright, so what if I go, where is she? Right. Is she a sentinel? You're joking. There's no way she's a Sentinel. How would that make sense? Look. Oh no, I guess she is. Yeah, makes sense. She doesn't control. She's not a, duelist. And she's not an, oh, I forgot the word. The people will antagonize them. The people will mess up your defense. Initiator? That might be what I'm thinking of. Oh no, I'm forgetting the word. I guess, yeah, she's a Sentinel, huh? Yeah, it makes sense, right? They get info and leave. Gets a lot of info. Sets up a perimeter, and that will give you some info. Yeah, they get info too. Yeah, I mean, she can get some info, I suppose. But really, everybody here needs to work off of their team to be at the highest. Especially Cypher. He's all team-based. Everybody here, none of these people really want to be. You can with Chamber, but even he doesn't necessarily want to be front lines, right? He has a Guardian built in, and he has an Operator built in. Both those are longer range weapons. Like, you can use them up close, yeah, but, kind of want to sit in the back there. Everybody here wants to be behind individuals. You don't want to be up front every time. So as Sage, stick with your team, please, for the love of God. You can't resurrect them if you're dead. It's not a possibility. You can't be using anything. Yeah, when you die. I know, crazy, but you will not believe how many Sages will pick Sage and then run to the front of the line and act like a duelist. Please do not do that if you're playing Sage. She's not a duelist. Learning what role your character is will help you an immense amount. So pay attention to what role. I know that Riot says, alright, there's 4 roles, and there's definitely more than that. Not every character, like Chamber, doesn't fit into purely Sentinel, for sure. He can definitely pull off a duelist. But Sage, they like, I want to really specify her as a Sentinel. She's support. Just think of her as a medic. Stick by your team, heal the team. Medics do not go out first. That does not happen because they die. Their utility and the abilities they have don't give them a way in and a way out to do a bunch of damage. Jet can dash out after she's dashed in. Well, she used to. Now she has 1 dash. But she can always dash out when she gets in. Raze has her grenades to get out of here. Let me pull them up. Let me pull them up. The duelist, right? ISO's got a shield. Neon's super freaking fast. Phoenix has an ability and he can blind people when he goes in there. Yuru does have the same. He even has a teleport. Reyna's whole thing is you can hit L1 to heal and R1 to get the heck out of there. Right? Everybody here has ways to get into positions. Usually mixed with these people who are going to fuck with the positions. And then they can get out. Right? These people will control a position to hold down an area. I don't really know about Clove all that much. I feel like she's more of a duelist in my opinion, but whatever. We'll get into her when I get into Clove. Most importantly, though, these people do not have that ability. Chamber, kinda. He does have a teleport. It's much more limited than, like, Yoru's and Omen's. But again, he can pull off a duelist. I'm not really sure why he's a Sentinel here. I get, yeah, he kind of wants to be behind the team, but you can definitely pull duelist off a Chamber. 100%. The rest of these people, the one we're talking about today, Sage, stick with the team. I don't know how many times I have to say it, just stick with them. It'll go much better if you stick with them and help them than if you try and, go out and just act like a duelist. Right? Every ability is not meant for damaging. You have one that heals, you have one that slows, you have one that's very defensive, stops enemies from coming in the direction you want, okay? And you have a resurrection. Don't be trying to pick 1,000 fights with this character. Don't be front of the line. It won't go well. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like, hit the subscribe button. Let me know who you want to do next, and I hope you all have a great day.